All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all recognize where we're at. We are at the culvert job, and we are gonna take this paneling and some rebar, and we are going to block off our culverts here at the customer's request. Got our camera right here, camera over there. Everything is doing well, and we didn't come over here to check our traps, but we can see our traps. There's that one right there, and there's our other one. There you can see the pan. And I want to put up a video, if I think about it, in this clip showing y'all a family of raccoons that are coming through here, scaring me to death. It's 4 of them, and they're coming through here, and I was for sure I was gonna catch one, but luckily I didn't. But I've seen them twice. They're crossing this log and coming up and down through here, but no raccoons in our traps. That is awesome. Oh man, got a little school of fish in here, but this shouldn't be too hard to panel off. We are just gonna fool around with it and see what we can come up with. Customer asked that we block it off like we did the big culvert. Y'all saw that. So we are gonna try and make our customer happy. Again, I'm gonna go down here and rake around a little bit so I don't accidentally. May have to let my windows up. We have a call for scattered showers today. It's not gonna stop what we're doing. I'm gonna rake around here just to make sure I ain't got nothing hiding in my work area. Oop, almost lost it. The last thing I want is to be down here fooling around and to catch a snake. All right, well, that's pretty much it. I'll bring y'all back whenever I have the panels up, I guess. It's gonna be kind of a short video. And I'll bring y'all back whenever I get the panels up, and we'll look at it then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're done. Show y'all the final product. So I cut these panels to where there's long stobs sticking out the bottom. So there's several inches of the panel going in the ground, and then there's the rebar also going in the ground. And I did that on both sides, and then I used the ties. I can't think of what these things are called, but just like the little ties, and went around each one several times. And that's basically it. We used 4 pieces of rebar on each piece. It is eroding on the side of these culverts. So some of the rebar I couldn't drive as deep as the other ones, but let's not forget that this is not supposed to be permanent. We are just trying to keep the beavers from having full access to inside these culverts. Okay, the whole idea is for the beaver or beavers to dam up right there instead of in there. You want to be able to take this up so you can clean this stuff up, push some of the debris through. So you don't want this to be extremely hard to take up or anything like this. Was cheap. This was what the customer wanted. When the customer told me that he wanted to start putting grates in front of the culverts, we started with the big culvert like y'all have seen, and I had somebody draw up a big welded grate. I mean, heavy duty gate to sit down in front of that. And for welding, I mean, people charge for that pretty good. So I passed that along to my customer, and he said he didn't want to go that route. And pretty much I told him that I could rig something up, and this is what he wanted to try. So this is what we're going to try. It is not permanent. All we are trying to do is to keep the beavers from damming inside the culvert. That's all we're wanting to do. I have been advised to try and keep the beavers from digging up under this, or I've been told that they will dig up under this. If they had enough time here without any supervision or whatever, or without us monitoring, they may dig up under it. But with the grate going down, or the panel going down into the creek in the rebar, that's going to help with that. But if a beaver comes right here, he's gonna try and dam up that right there first before he goes to all the effort of trying to dig up under these panels to get inside that culvert. He's just gonna dam the easiest thing first, and that's what that is. And we have cameras here. The customer, I'm pretty sure the customer is going to be putting cameras out on this property soon. So there's going to be monitoring on this 24/7. So they're not going to be able to do too much before somebody knows about it. But we did what the customer wanted us to do, and so far no complaints. Customer seems happy. Customer's happy. We're happy. So that's it, guys. We're not going to draw this video out. We got the panels in. Showed y'all how I did it. Our sets are still good. There's one set right there, and the other set is right here. Those are two prime spots. That's where we caught the last one. Quick recap. We have caught one beaver right here, one beaver right there, and two beavers coming out of that little pinch point right there. So 4 beavers total right here, 5 beavers total all together off of this property. So we're putting a dent in them. As far as how soon will they come back, I have no idea. This property is surrounded by water. There's a major creek that's on the border of this property. They could come from there. There's water across the highway that they could come from. And still, we don't know what is back here. We don't know what all lies back here. Just beyond, I don't know if y'all can see it, but right back there, there's a log. That is the property line back there. So we don't know what lies beyond that. This has a steady stream of water all the time. So there's some kind of water source back there. And every beaver that I've caught has been coming from this direction. I've never caught a beaver coming from this channel over here. So I don't know what's back there, and I don't know how long it'll take the beavers to come back. Oh, let's see here, a recap. When we unplugged these things the first time, let's see here. So when I got here, the original customer told me that he had unplugged these things all the way 7 days prior to me getting here. And when I did get here, water was over this and coming up on the road over there, and all of this was underwater. Came down here, cleaned both of those out. There's several videos for that. Got it flushed out, and I want to say it was another 7 days. There was some short time span where they had started plugging it up again. I came back over here, unplugged it. Then after that, there was no activity whatsoever over here for a month. 4 weeks, 1 month. There was no activity over here. And we caught 2 back to back right there. Or it was, I can't remember exactly. I know we caught one there. It may have been 2. It may have been another one on a set over here also. But we caught 2 back to back. Took them 4 weeks to come back. Caught those 2. Then there was another long time before we saw any activity. And if y'all remember, I had traps all over the place. Couldn't figure out what was going on. put cameras in, and lo and behold, I saw a beaver swim right up under my camera. So I came back the very next day, put a 330 right there, caught him that night. I caught him that night, came and got him the next morning. Then we went a long time. I don't even know how many months it was. And that's when we moved to the back end of the property on the big culvert and was taking care of that mess down there. And then y'all have seen the recent videos where we had one on camera right here. He was plugging up the culverts again. We came and we cleaned them out. We caught him 2 or 3 nights later on that set right there. Caster mound set. And that was it. That was just 2 weeks ago, I think, that happened. So now it's a waiting game again, and we'll stay here as long as the customer wants us to. Happy to help. But knowing what it looked like 5 months ago whenever we first got on the property, we have made a huge difference, and we have saved the customer a lot of money. And that makes me happy. When the customers are happy, I'm happy. So that's gonna be it, guys. Been a full day. Y'all have seen the other video by now when we pulled up the sets, the coyote sets on one of the properties I'm trapping on. And y'all saw that mess. That was crazy. So I've had a full day and I'm tired. We are gonna go home, spend some time with the family, because that is what it's all about. See, and today is Thursday. So we had church last night. No church tonight. May have a meeting with the accountability group that I'm in. Not sure about that, but good times, guys. I would much rather be out here, even fighting snakes and in Mother Nature, than what I used to do. It's not a knock on the guys that still do that lifestyle. I know several good men that are still in it. But I felt like, or I knew that it was time, and my wife knew that it was time for me to come home and start investing my time, most of my time and energy, into my family and into church versus 99% of my time going to work. And we weren't seeing good results with that. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. We'll see y'all on the next one, and y'all be good.